fun to do bad things, to drive into a car.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got some good news, bad news. Good news for you guys, I guess bad news for me. But I guess first things first, like 30 seconds ago, no, like 15 minutes ago, I got laid off from my company. Kind of sucks, but you know, it's whatever. That gives me a lot of time to focus on the drift car and, you know, make some more YouTube content until I find something new. But yeah, I was working at an aerospace company, like a space tech rocket company building spaceships, but now we are unemployed and now we're gonna focus all our attention on YouTube. So hopefully I can bring some good content in the next few weeks for you guys. Got time to think, make some videos, record the process, because I'm in the middle of working on my car right now. I didn't record anything, so sorry about that, but let me explain what I am doing to the car right now, and then we're gonna get into our day and we'll show you everything. So yeah, the IS300, the transmission, the seal blew on the input shaft. So the seal around the input shaft, I'll show you guys, and there's like a little circle seal too, like almost like a rear main seal, but for the transmission side. So that's leaking, and then the rear diff, I gotta put some solid bushings because I think the bushings are shot in the front bushings, and then the front tie rods I gotta flip because it'll give you more angle. Shout out to Phil for that idea. But yes, 10:44 in the morning, and you know, I'm free. I can do whatever I want right now, so I'm gonna play some tennis. I got a new tennis racket, I'll show you guys. But yeah, let's go hit some, we're gonna go to the wall, hit some balls, and then we'll start working on the car later. So let's go hit some balls. All right, so this is where we left off in the last few days. So shout out to you, Julian, for helping me get this transmission out. We got it out in less than an hour, so super grateful we were able to do that. But it was leaking like crazy from right here. I think I have some footage on my phone, but this needs to get resealed right here. And there's this little gasket. This is the new one right here. Focus, focus, focus. All right, so this is the little gasket I gotta change. It's like a seal, rear main seal, but for the transmission. It goes in right here, goes in upside down, just like that, and we gotta press it in. So we're gonna press this in, and then we're gonna seal this, drop off the oil, because I have no more room. So we're gonna drop off oil in that little bin, drain the oil on the diff, take out the diff, while this is, because this has to seal for an hour before we can tighten it down, and then it'll assemble the transmission, and then we'll take out the diff today. That's kind of the plan for today. And then, yeah, let's see how far we get. So, just like that. So now we're gonna have to gasket all around the edges right there. Make sure you don't cover the holes, because there's here, the oil has to come through. So yeah, we're gonna seal that up. All right, you can see I have gasket on here. So we're just gonna lightly spread it out and then put it on, seat it for a little bit, let it dry for an hour and tighten it down. All right, you can see gasket all around. It's hand tight. Now we're gonna let it sit for an hour. It is 12:21, so at 1:30, come back, tighten this thing down. All right, so now we are taking out the rear diff. Sorry, the lighting's really bad. All right, so here we're draining the diff. I already took out the sway bar, so now we're just gonna drain the diff, and I'll show you guys how to take out the diff without taking out the axle stubs. I mean, with the axle stubs still attached to the axle, because my bolts are stripped, so I'll show you guys in a second, but let's drain this first. Oh, that was pretty tight. All right, so to take off this diff, I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. Everybody says you don't need to do it, but my axle stubs right here are stripped. You can see I already popped it out just a little bit. So that bolts are stripped and I can't get it out. So this is how I take out the diff with taking the whole axle out. So first things first, drain it. Then we're gonna remove the exhaust out of the way. Take out the sway bar, which I already did. You can see it's in the corner right there. And then the rest is pop out the axles, which I'll show you in a second, and then don't forget to take off the brace, because if you forget, it's gonna get in the way and it's gonna get tangled, so take off the brace right here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is take off this exhaust only by the hangers, and it should drop out of the way to the left, so this tool comes in handy. I recommend everybody buy one of these. Instead of finagling with a flathead, you can pop off the thing so fast. So let's see, real quick, right here. 1, 2, 3, go. There we go. And it's out. See that? All right, now you're gonna pop off the axle stubs. You can see I pop it off from right here. And the way I do it is I get this pry bar and I pop it out that way and I hit it at the end with a hammer. So you're just banging on it until it pops out. And once it pops out, good enough, it's pretty much broken from the clip. You do it on both sides. It's not gonna come all the way out because you know, it's not enough room, but once you start lowering the diff, the axles will pop out. All right, special hack, I got a ratcheting tool on an Allen socket, just like this, you can see. And once you break it loose with a breaker bar, you can just spin like this, because you can't really get a ratchet in here, so this is the best way to do it. So we're gonna take out the back bolts, and then I have a jack right here, and then we can take off the front bolts. All right, so we're gonna drop the diff. All right, dip is out. Let's see what time it is. Only 12:59, so it's been about 30 minutes since I pulled this diff out. All right, it's been about an hour, so we gotta torque these down. These should go to about 18 foot-pounds, so we're gonna torque that down real quick. All right, time to let that rest for about 24 hours before we put it back in the car. But I enjoy some In-N-Out real quick. Got that protein style double-double. Enjoying my first day of unemployment. I got these. Let me show you guys, I think you guys seen it already. My SSR Professors, SP1. Yeah, I just want to see how it fits with the spacer. We're gonna finish the rest tomorrow because I need a torch, but we're gonna throw this wheel on real quick. All right, here are the new spacers. So let's mount it up real quick. These should be 20 millimeters. All right, I think the fitment's gonna fit super nice. Look at that. Once it's lowered, it's gonna camber in a bit. It's gonna look good. Hell yeah.